Hi everyone, welcome to watergoddesstarot. So the topic for today is how will you meet your future spouse, along with channeled messages from your future spouse. So you have 3 piles to choose from. You can pause the video, take your time and choose the pile that you feel most drawn to intuitively. And meanwhile, let's just begin with pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out how you're going to meet your future spouse. So for that, we have indecision in reversed, broken heart upright, change upright, new beginnings, ace of pentacles upright, 10 of pentacles upright, justice upright. These are the messages that I'm going to take later. Now coming to how you're going to meet your future spouse. So you are going to meet your future spouse when you are going to have a breakup, when you are actually going through a tough time when it comes to the matters of your heart. You're going to meet your future spouse after you've actually worked towards healing your heart chakra, after you have taken the reins of your life in your own hands, and after you've decided that you are now going to live your life for yourself. Because for most of you, I feel that you are or you have been in a very toxic relationship, and when you will choose to come out of this relationship is how your future spouse is going to enter your life. Because we've got the card of change over here. So this card tells me that a huge change is going to take place in your life, where your world is going to turn upside down, where things are going to happen for the first time, when you might, complete a tough cycle and start afresh, or you might come out of your Saturn return, or you might just come out of a karmic cycle, is the message that I'm getting for you. How you're going to meet your future spouse is when you're beginning something new, when you're starting something in your career, is the message that I'm getting. So you might quit your current job or start afresh, or you might simply change careers, you might switch careers, you might not know as to what you're supposed to do in your life, and there's one fine day that you make a decision, you take a call for yourself that no, this is what I'm meant to do, and you take that call and you decide for yourself that this is the journey that I want to take ahead now. This is the journey, this is the path that I'm choosing for myself. So when you come to a realization, when you come to that point in your life where you are able to make your decisions on your own, where you feel confident enough to carry out those decisions, is a sign that you should realize that your future spouse is just around the corner. You're going to meet your future spouse when you might start something of your own. Now this can be your own business, your YouTube channel, you doing something for yourself, because your life is all about new beginnings. It is all about you either relocating to a new place, you just doing something from the scratch. And for some of you, this is like you moving out of your parents' home and living on your own independently. Or for some of you, you coming out of a marriage. So if you're married, and I'm not saying that you are meant to have a divorce with your husband, but there are few people who are watching this reading who have filed for a divorce, who have a legal case that is there, that is going on in the court, or who are on the verge of deciding for themselves that they want to move out of the marriage that they are in. So this message is for you guys, that when you end this chapter, when you come out of this legal battle, or when you file for this legal battle, is when you will actually invite your future spouse into your life. Okay? And for some of you, your future spouse might be into law, or your future spouse has something to do about the law and order, okay? And what else? Now for some of you, how you're going to meet your future spouse, another message that I'm getting is that you might, meet your future spouse when you are in a family gathering. So you might just meet somebody via family, or you might be a part of some family functions, some family get-togethers. That is where you are actually going to meet your future spouse, okay? But all in all, the major message that I'm getting for you, pile number 1, is that you are going to meet your future spouse when there's a big change that is going to take place in your life, and when there will be a shift in your confidence. So from underconfident, you are going to become a super duper confident version of yourself, somebody who is confident enough, who is strong enough to take charge of their life in their own hands. When you reach this stage in your life, that you get that feeling that yes, I am the creator of my life, is when you're going to meet your future spouse. But for you to meet your future spouse, your life will take a spin. It is not going to be something very mellow. It is going to be something very big. Okay, so there's a big cycle that you're going to close, and it is after that closing is how you're going to meet your future spouse. And for some of you, I am very, very sure that you will get rid of a karmic partner, and that is when your future spouse will enter your life, because there is a karmic cycle that you are closing. There is a cycle that you are meant to close. You're meant to get your heart broken, and it is after that sadness is when your future spouse is going to enter your life. Okay, now let's just find out what your future spouse wants to say to you right now. So your future spouse is saying, what would love do over here? So with this message, I just feel that your future spouse wants to tell you that they'll be able to recognize you in an instant, but it might take time for you to recognize them. So for them, maybe it is going to be love at first sight, but because you've gone through this mess, it might take some amount of time and effort for you to actually recognize that the person you're dealing with now, or in the future, is your spouse, is your future spouse. And your future spouse is actually, going to recognize you, because your future spouse is going to feel that past life connection with you. Your future spouse will get a message from the universe that you are their person, because I feel your future spouse is very in touch with the spiritual world. The next message that I'm getting is, enjoy your extraordinary uniqueness. So your future spouse wants to tell you right now that you are very, very unique. You're very, very, very extraordinary. And you should just embrace the kind of person that you are, because you are very unique, but you don't have a lot of confidence in yourself. What your future spouse can see in you, you don't see that in yourself. And your future spouse wants you to know that you are somebody who inspires people. You are somebody who gives people hope. You are somebody who sprinkles love like confetti. And you are somebody who is going to be the last person to hurt anyone intentionally, okay? And your future spouse knows that. But your future spouse can also see that you do not celebrate this side of yours. And they want you to be gentle with yourself the way you are with others. They want you to give yourself the same benefit of doubt that you keep giving others. The next message that I have for you is you've got time. So your future spouse is telling you that even if things are upside down in your life, no matter what you've gone through in your life, your future spouse over here is telling you that you've still got time and you have a lot of time and they are coming. It is not late, you're not unlucky. And they want to tell you that whatever pain you have gone through or you're going through, it is going to be totally worth it, because this pain, this tough cycle of your life is actually teaching you a lot, which you're not realizing in the now, but you're going to realize when you will come out of it in the future. Your future spouse wants to tell you that they are really looking forward to have a union with you in the 3D, and they're promising you right here that they are going to love you wildly, and there is going to be a lot of passion between the two of you. You're not missing out on anything in life. You deserve to be loved, and they are extremely lucky because you are going to be their future spouse. So I just feel that your future spouse is going to, increase your self-esteem. They are going to encourage you for everything. They are going to instill that self-esteem in you, and they are going to encourage you to dream big in life. I just feel that your future spouse is going to be very supportive. Pile number one, they are going to pick you up like nobody. Then your future spouse wants to say, you have more options than you realize. Okay, so now this message is specifically for those who are still stuck in a toxic relationship and you're just tolerating, you're just dwindling, you're confused as to what you're supposed to do. Should you leave your current partner because they're not treating you right? Should you come out of the marriage that is not serving you well? Your future spouse wants to tell you that do it, because you have more options in the future. You have your future spouse waiting for you. But until and unless you come out of the toxic cycle that you're currently in, you guys cannot come into a union, right? So your future spouse wants you to realize your value, and they want you to realize your worth, and they are here telling you that you have more options. You need not settle for something that is not making you smile. And your future spouse also wants you to, reduce your anger a bit, because I just feel that they want to tell you that, maybe you are frustrated at this point of time, or maybe you have some anger issues because nothing's working out right in your life, and your future spouse wants to tell you that relax, take a chill pill, it is okay. You have to come in the energy of love to attract love. If you're always going to be angry, if you're always going to be irritable, things are not going to change, my love. And the last message that I have from your future spouse says, your treasure is at hand. So now this message tells me that you are very close to meeting your future spouse in the 3D. Okay, you're very close to meeting your future spouse in the 3D, and for 10% of you, you have already met your future spouse. So if you've already gone through this change, if you've already gone through whatever I've explained in the beginning, then there are chances that you have already met your future spouse. But for most of you, you are about to meet your future spouse, because your future spouse is saying your treasure is at hand. And your future spouse is telling you that they don't care how you look, they don't care how beautiful you are, how good looking you are, and how thick you are, how skinny you are, how much money you make. All of these things are not going to matter to them. To your future spouse, what matters is how much at home they are going to feel with you, how much at peace they are going to feel with you, how much they're going to laugh with you, how many smiles the two of you are going to share with each other. And your future spouse is looking for their best friend. They are looking for their home, and they will see their home in you, and they are going to choose you not because of your looks, but because of how much warm you feel, how much at home or at ease they feel when they are with you. And they just want to tell you that it's going to be a two-way street. You're both going to feel lucky with each other, because you are both going to feel equally in love. You're both going to feel just amazing with each other, okay? So yes, with this we come to the end of your reading. If you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Number 2, welcome to your reading. So let's just find out how will you meet your future spouse. So for that we have hostilities in reversed, Archangel Ariel upright, that is your second chakra, man holding a coin upright, the devil upright, the lovers upright, 8 of cups, forgiveness, physical activity, individuality. Okay, now these are the messages that I'm going to take up later. Now coming to how you're going to meet your future spouse. So let me tell you that I'm going to tell you whatever I can see right now, and you have to apply how it fits your story. Because this is a general reading, everything might not resonate. So just take the parts that resonate with you. And pile number 2, if at all you were drawn to pile number 1 or you were confused between 1 and 2, you should see pile number 1 as well, because some messages are on the similar lines. You're going to meet your future spouse after you are going to walk away from your current partner, or if at all you've recently had a breakup, then you should know that you are about to meet your future spouse. You are going to meet your future spouse after you choose to walk away from your current location, your current job, or the current vicinity that you're in. There is some change that is in store for you, which is going to take you closer to you meeting your future spouse. So here for you, pile number 2, what I can see is that there's a lot of sexual energy that is there when it comes to you, and you need to find a channel to let this sexual energy internalize in such a manner that you make a good use of it, okay? Maybe you're on that journey of discovering yourself at this point of time, because I'm getting a lot of messages for you, pile number 2. And let me tell you, maybe, I don't know, I mean, you are or you have been through depression, anxiety, a lot of overthinking, sleepless nights, nightmares. You've been fighting your battles for years, maybe for some of you. And know that when you're actually choosing to do the right thing than falling for what is not right. So when you are choosing to get rid of the addictions, now this addiction can be you being addicted to sex, or you being addicted to eating a lot of food, you being addicted to gambling, or you being addicted to anything, but I seriously see a lot of sexual energy in your reading. So for most of you, it is about you having superficial bonds with people, you just not being ready for a serious relationship. because somewhere, or for some of you, you actually have a lot of body issues as well. So when you will face all your fears, when you will face your demons, when you will come out of your negative vibrations, okay, is when you're going to meet your future spouse. And for some of you, you've had a very, very, very toxic ex and you have not been able to forgive that person. Maybe this is the trauma that your ex made you go through. So maybe this is the energy of your ex, that they are very sexual, that they were with you just for their physical needs. Or maybe there are a lot of people whom you've dated and nobody has been able to give you the commitment that you've been seeking, because all they wanted was just to sleep around. But there is a need for you to forgive people from your past. There is a need for you to stop holding grudges towards people who've done you wrong, towards partners who've cheated on you, towards people who have given you a lot of anxiety and stress, because I see that you've not been in very pleasant relationships in the past. But the day you choose to let go and move on, because seriously, pile number 2, you are still stuck in the past. Let me tell you that. You need to be this person over here and you need to walk away. And walking away is not just about a physical move, it is about walking away energetically as well. So you need to cut cords with people from your past. You need to cut cords with people who have wronged you, with people whom you've been intimate with people whom you've had your shares of ups and downs. You need to get rid of these people once and for all. And the day you choose to do that is how your future spouse is going to enter your life. Now there's this energy in your reading that is again similar to pile number 1, is your future spouse will come to know before itself that you are the one. So in your case too, your future spouse is going to approach you. It is your future spouse who is going to take the lead. And you might meet your future spouse via your work. It is very, very, very loud and clear in your reading that you're going to meet your future spouse via some kind of financial dealings, via some kind of business partnerships, via some kind of, there is work environment that is involved, and there is some kind of partnership that I can see. Or you might also meet your future spouse via a tarot reader or a healer, okay? Your future spouse might be a healer too. This is another message that I'm getting, that your future spouse might be a healer themselves. They might be a tarot reader or they might be a Reiki practitioner. But your future spouse is also going to be very, very, very spiritually ascended, pile number 2. And there are chances of the two of you collaborating in the future and doing something together. There is a partnership that I see, which is not just going to be a business partnership, but it is going to be a partnership for life. And it is very, very important for you to ground your energies, pile number 2. The more you do work on yourself is how you are going to switch up your vibrations, is how you're going to get rid of the low vibrations that are around you. And you're just going to clear the passage. You are going to clear the passage, which will help you in attracting your future spouse towards you, even in a quicker time span. So all I'm saying is the timing for you to meet your future spouse is in your hands over here. Because you meeting your future spouse is more about you aligning energetically with them, because your future spouse is a very high vibrational being. But it's not that you are not, but you have to give time to your spirituality. You have to give time, you have to put in the effort. And the day you start putting in the effort is the day that you're going to open the channel between the two of you. Another message that I'm going to give you right now is that you're going to meet your future spouse, for some of you, when you're actually working out in the gym, okay? When you are actually working out in the gym, so you might bump into your future spouse for the first time over there. And another message that I'm getting is that you might meet your future spouse when you'll start working on your looks, when you'll start working out, when you'll start figuring out, when you're going to start correcting your things, when you're going to start feel like that, no, I need to look good. I need to look good for myself. I need to be fit because it is essential to be fit. And it is good to be healthy. When you will start choosing healthier options when it comes to your food, when you will start making your own meals, when you will start prepping for your meals, when you will be very, very careful as to how you dress, as to how you look, how you smell, and you getting a new haircut, you will be in the energy of pampering yourself, and you will make sure that you are keeping yourself up to date. And you're not going to do that in order to attract your future spouse. It is going to come naturally to you. And this energy of self-love, when you're going to embody this energy, when this energy is actually going to embody you, you're not going to do that. It is going to wrap around you like magic. And when this happens, when you start taking care of yourself, is how your future spouse is going to enter your life, is how your future spouse is going to introduce themselves to you for the first time. And I think I've covered everything for you, pile number 2. So now let's just figure out as to what your future spouse wants to say to you right now. See, your future spouse is saying, honor thyself. This message is on the similar lines of the last message that I gave you right now. Honor yourself, pile number 2. Treat yourself as you're the most important person in your life. Treat yourself with the respect, dignity, and the love that you keep giving others. You have to treat yourself like a king or the queen that you already are. And there is this lack of self-love. I'm not going to lie, pile number 2. There is this lack of self-love in your energy, and you need to amp this up. You need to just get rid of the fluff that is around you, and just simply get up in the morning or whenever you get time, look into the mirror and tell yourself that, wow, I look gorgeous. Wow, I look so handsome. And look at my smile. Oh my God, look at my beautiful eyes. Just tell yourself. Start speaking positively to yourself. Start speaking affirmations of self-love. You need it. Might sound stupid, might sound something crazy, but trust me, that is how your brain is going to get wired. And you will start seeing the results in your physical 3D world. That is my guarantee, pile number 2. But try all these little things. Try doing things for yourself. Try cooking a tasty meal for yourself. Try just dressing up and going out on a date with your own self. I do it, and it is beautiful. It really is. Just pamper yourself. You really need to pamper yourself, pile number 2. You've been very tough on yourself. Then the next message that your future spouse has for you is, be true to yourself. Exactly. So your future spouse can clearly see through you, pile number 2. They know that you're not being true to yourself. You need to be true to yourself. You need to face your demons. Okay? You need to stop running away from your problems. I just feel that you are not facing your demons, you're not facing your shadow side. You are choosing to just be stuck in the cycle, and you are expecting universe to do magic for you. The universe will only be able to create magic if you are co-creating with the universe. So pile number 2, be honest with yourself. Don't run away from this. Because if you'll run away, you're only creating more distance between you and your future spouse. Alright? Then the next message is, they chose you. So here your future spouse is telling you that yes, they've already chosen you. You guys are together in the 5D. Let me tell you that you're together in the 5D, and over there they have chosen you. But because there is still work that is to be done, is the reason that there are the delays that are happening in this meeting between the two of you. But your future spouse has already chosen you. And your future spouse also wants to tell you that the connection between the two of you is a past life connection. And you two are very lucky that you are here, you are going to be here together in this lifetime once again, and they just can't wait to be with you. And they really want to send you a big, they really want to give you a big hug, is the message that I'm getting. Because maybe you are emotionally all over the place, pile number 2. Maybe you cry a lot and you don't understand as to why you're getting this urge to cry, why you are so emotional when it comes to just tiny bits here and there. It is because there is a proper release that needs to take place. You need to purge. There are a lot of negative energies inside of you which are just building up, and some of it is not yours. But because you've not been expressive enough, because you've not let out your feelings, you've always stopped yourself from feeling your emotions or something like that, that it is stuck in your body somewhere and it is irritating you. So all of that needs to come out. So if you get this urge to cry, cry. Write whatever you want to eliminate from your life and burn that paper. But you need to let out the toxicity that is inside of you. There is a lot of pain, pile number 2. There's a lot of pain that is inside of you, and it needs an outlet. Know that. Then your future spouse is saying that you have options is meaningful. Rock on. So over here, your future spouse wants to tell you that you really have options. It's not just your future spouse that is there in the queue, but there are other people too who have their eyes on you. But because there is a pact between you and your future spouse, and you have chosen your future spouse is very grateful. They are very grateful because you chose them. And that is what they want to tell you right now, that they are so lucky, that they feel so lucky that they are your future spouse, or they are going to be your future spouse. And they want to tell you that you don't realize how good of a human being you are, but you are an amazing human being. And that is the reason that they feel so lucky to have you in their life. I just feel that your future spouse is gagas over you already. They are already, because you've been in past lives because you've been together in past lives as well. So this connection is any which way going to be very intense between the two of you. The chemistry is going to be insane, trust me. It is going to be very you're smart enough to understand, but the chemistry is going to be insane, trust me. And the last message is that karma is on your side. Okay, so now over here with this, your future spouse wants to tell you that no matter how much you've suffered, no matter how many times you did the right thing but things did not work out, all of this is going to end because you are closing a karmic cycle and you're starting afresh. And now this cycle is going to be a new beginning, which is going to be a forever kind of love. Now all your lessons are over, everything is over. All you need to do is just brush up whatever you've learned in the past and get rid of the debris that is still there in your energy field. The day you choose to get rid of everything from your past is the day that your future spouse is going to enter your life. And they will be entering your life because of your good karma, because of you paying off the karmic debts that you were meant to. And that is how you're finally going to be meeting your future spouse. And your future spouse wants to tell you that they know that you think about them. They know that you are waiting for somebody to actually come and save you. But they want to tell you that they will come to save you, but you don't need them because you're capable enough of saving yourself. So the day you choose to save yourself, the day you choose to become this individual, to become the lone warrior that you are, is the day that they are going to enter your life and they are going to stay, and that is when they are going to become your partner in all the ups and downs of your life. They really want to grow old with you, pile number 2. And your future spouse also wants to tell you that whatever waiting period is there between the two of you, your future spouse is going to make you feel like you're the most important person in their life, in this entire universe, when the two of you are going to come together, because even you deserve love. You are somebody who's always been a giver. You've given a lot of love, but always to the wrong people. And now it is your future spouse who's going to shower you with a lot of love and affection and is going to make you feel as if you're the king or the queen of their life. And it's their promise to you, which is being conveyed to you via me. So yes, pile number 2, this was a very beautiful and cute reading, a little emotional while I was ending it. It was a very sweet reading, pile number 2. And yes, your future spouse is really going to treat you the way you've always wanted to be treated. Alright, so with this we come to the end of your reading. If you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out how you're going to meet your future spouse. So for that we have the Sun upright, beautiful. Yin and Yang in reversed, Victory, okay, upright, 3 of Cups, okay, Temperance, 8 of Wands, upright, 10 of Cups, all right, self-love, relationship change, creativity, personal growth, I'll place it here, I'll place it here, personal growth, and spiritual partnership. Okay, these are the messages. I'll take them in the end. So now, how are you going to meet your future spouse? First of all, you're going to meet your future spouse when you are going to do something extremely huge and big in your career. when you're going to receive some kind of recognition, award, reward, prestige, respect in the society, in your field of work, when you're going to be number one in whatever you do, when you're going to move to a new place. Now this can be a new home, a new city, or a new country. When you're going to birth something new. Now this can be you birthing a new idea, or you starting something which is, you starting something of your own, you starting something for the first time in your life. Because we've got the card of victory, we've got the card of sun, we've got 3 of cups, and over here there is celebration, there is some kind of celebration. So how you're going to meet your future spouse is when there is some kind of celebration. Now this can be you celebrating your victory, this can be you celebrating you being a part of somebody else's victory as well. This can be you getting a promotion, this can be you just getting the college of your dreams, or you getting the job of your dreams, or you just simply achieving something, or being a part of someone's wedding. Because we've got the 10 of cups also, which tells me about a family. So you might meet your future spouse at some family function, at somebody else's wedding, or some kind of celebration that is happening in your family, or there's some kind of good news. Because I see the atmosphere of party, the atmosphere of celebration, the atmosphere of raising toasts and just letting your hair loose and chilling, talking. So there is this kind of vibe to your reading. So that is how you're going to meet your future spouse. So once you start achieving things in your life, when things start working in your favor, know that your future spouse is just around you. You're also going to meet your future spouse at that point in your life when you are going to be presented with a life-changing opportunity, and you're going to grab that opportunity. And once again, I just feel very strongly that it is going to be in your career. Your career is playing a big role in you meeting your future spouse. I don't know if you're going to meet your future spouse via your career, but when things start working out in your career, when you start achieving your goals, when your vision seems attainable, when you feel that you're on the right path, when you start ticking off the boxes from your wish list, is an indication that your future spouse is very, very close by. As I said before also, there's a very celebratory kind of vibe to your reading. So you're celebrating something, you might also go on a vacation, pile number 3. Okay, so there's this energy of you going on a vacation, chilling, just celebrating something and being in the best of your energies. You're going to attract your future spouse when your energy level is going to be insane. It is going to be crazy. You're going to be vibing very, very, very high. How you're going to meet your future spouse can also be, as I said before, via your family might play a big role in that. So some kind of family function, some kind of gathering, or you just moving to your hometown once and for all. And if you're out right now, then I just feel that your family playing an integral role, where maybe you move back to your hometown and you're over there and you're starting something of your own or stuff like that. These are just possibilities. Whatever fits your story, just because I'm reading for a lot of you, so I just don't want to miss out on anything. So I'm giving you all the messages that I'm getting, but there's this one common message that fits all. When your career starts picking up is how you're going to meet your future spouse. Know that your future spouse is very close by. The moment you start seeing growth in your life, the moment things start turning in your favor, the moment you start leaving your old friends, you start leaving people who don't serve you, you start drawing clear boundaries with people, is how you'll know that your future spouse is right around you, is going to enter your life. Because there are some relationships which have served their time in your life and they need to go. So the moment you start doing the clearing is how you're making a way for your future spouse to enter your life. Because we've got the yin and yang in reversed, which tells me that there needs to be a balance in your life, which is again being clarified by the temperance, because maybe you're somebody who's too focused on your career. So you need to have that balance in your life as to you working along with you taking out time for yourself, you taking out time to unwind as well. There is a need for you to have a balance of your feminine and masculine energies. So whosoever has chosen pile number 2, though we have self-love, but I still feel that you are operating more from your masculine side than your feminine. But you're very close. You're very close for this yin and yang to come in balance. You're very close to just being the perfect version of yourself. And it's a lovely energy that I'm getting from you, and I'm feeling super energetic, pile number 3. And I'm so glad that I'm getting this opportunity to read for you, because the other 2 piles were a bit heavy on me. But your pile is a switch up. It's a switch up, and I'm actually feeling very pumped up right now and very, very happy. So which tells me that even you're very happy these days. And if you're not, then trust me, you're soon going to be, because your energy is infectious. It is crazy. It's a 10 on 10 for me. You're going to meet your future spouse when you'll start using your creativity and when you'll start doing things which satisfy your solar plexus chakra. So you're a very artistic and very creative person, pile number 3. You have such brilliant ideas. When you'll start using your ideas, when you'll start working on your ideas to create something which you've always dreamt of doing, is how your future spouse is going to enter your life. For some of you, you might meet your future spouse in a yoga class or a yoga class maybe. There are chances of you meeting your future spouse in a yoga class or when you're working out. Then you'll start attracting your future spouse in your life when you will start taking care of yourself, because we've got the energy of self-love, we've got the energy of temperance also, we've got yin-yang also. So when you will, and we've got personal growth too, when you will start, maintaining this beautiful balance between action and taking a back seat, knowing when to take the lead and when to just chill and relax, when these energies are going to be in perfect balance, when you will start choosing to take care of yourself along with the needs of everybody, along with you paying your bills, making a name for yourself in your career. For you, it is very important to sleep, pile number 3. This is a channeled message that I'm getting. So take care of yourself, love yourself, pamper yourself, because that is only going to amp up your vibrations. Though you are vibrating beautifully currently, but it'll only enhance. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're just becoming a more beautiful version of yourself. So yes, and let me tell you, this energy has been in all the piles that it is a spiritual partnership. This is a very evident message that is there in the collective. But because we've actually got a card for you, so your future spouse is your counterpart, I can say that. And it is going to be a spiritually fulfilling relationship. You both are going to feel connected, not just mentally, not just emotionally, not just physically, but there is going to be this spiritual bond that the two of you are going to share. and whatever intimate moments that you're going to spend with each other are going to feel very, very, very divine, and they are going to give you goosebumps. These moments are going to fill you up with a lot of high vibrations, because this couple of pile number 3, you both are very high vibrating souls. The energy of you and your future spouse is crazy. It is so damn high vibe. It is so damn high vibe. I don't have words, but pile number 3, I don't know what to say, but brilliant. So now let's just see as to what your future spouse wants to say to you. So I have some channeled messages from them. Now the first message is, those you love, love you. So this is an obvious message that here your future spouse wants to tell you that they really, really, really love you, and they really love your eyes. They really love your eyes, and even if you don't know, your future spouse is watching you. Now this can be them legit watching you in the 3D, or them watching you in the 5D. You guys are connected in the spiritual realm. I don't know, but they just want to tell you that they are watching you. Your future spouse is watching you. Okay. Next message I have is, create space for new love. Yes, see, I told you that your future spouse is watching you, and here they're telling you to create space for them. Create space in your life. So that is why you need this temperance. That is why you need this balanced energy, because you are operating a lot from your masculine side. Until and unless you learn to fall back, how will you invite another energy into your life? How will you invite an energy into your life who can take care of you as well, right? So create that space so that you can attract your future spouse into your life. No matter if you're a female or a male watching this reading, I am right now talking about the energies, and at present all of you who are watching pile number 3 are operating a lot from the masculine energies, and you need to let loose. You need to learn to just breathe. Okay. Once again, even in this message, your future spouse is telling you that they really, really love you. So I just feel that this person is going to bombard you with a lot of love whenever they are going to enter your life in the physical world. See, oh my God, your future spouse is saying that you will be surprised. So now this message can be taken like, this can be anything. This can be anything. You will be surprised in the sense that maybe your future spouse already is around you, or maybe your future spouse is just trying to tell you that you're soon going to be surprised. All you need to is ask for love, make room for love in your life, and the moment you do that, they're going to enter your life, because even they are desperately waiting to do that. And I just feel that out of all the 3 piles, pile number 3, you are the one who is going to meet your future spouse very soon. Like, when I'm looking, like, I've done reading for all the 3 piles now, and I can assure you that it is pile number 3 out of all the 3 piles who's going to meet their future spouse. My goodness, you're about to meet your future spouse very, very, very soon. Then here they say love doesn't have to mean near. Okay, so now here they are telling you that they're not even that close. So now this tells me that maybe there is some kind of distance between you and your future spouse. Now this can be energetic or physical, both. Now this can also mean that because we've got the energy of the sun over here, so this, as I said in your reading, that you might change your residence, you might change your city, you might change your country, and you might even move back, for some of you, to your hometown. I don't know, but there is some kind of change that is going to take place in your life, where your future spouse actually has to travel to you, or you are going to travel to them. Because right now, either the two of you are not geographically in the same place, or energetically you're not there. But I feel that energetically you are together in the 5D world. So there might be still some distance, and this distance is all about physical distance for me. Okay, yes. And do you know your future spouse, pile number 3, by any chance? Because for some of you, I just feel that this is not a new person. I don't know. Maybe, I'm not too sure. Okay, pile number 3. I don't know if I said pile number 2, but I mean, I'm not sure. You might know this person. Okay, I just feel that this is not a very new energy. And if it is a new person, then because this is a spiritual partnership, so of course this is your person with whom you've been in the past as well. So they are going to feel very, 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 they are going to feel very familiar is the word. Yes, they're going to feel very familiar. Pile number 3. Your future spouse is going to feel very familiar. Even if you're meeting them for the first time, you're going to feel like you've known them for years. And that is because you actually have. Then here is change is always good. So now this tells me that definitely there is going to be some kind of change in your physical reality, which means you moving houses, you relocating, you just changing cities, countries, whatever, you traveling somewhere. There has to be some kind of change in your life. You need to, and if it is not a physical change, then it is a change in the sense that you're going to start something of your own. There's going to be a new beginning for you. This can be a new job, you starting a new business, or maybe you something as random as you starting a new YouTube channel. So this can be anything. But there is some kind of change that is going to happen in your life, and your future spouse is saying that whatever change is coming in your life, welcome it with open arms, because change is good. And until and unless this change takes place, how will your future spouse enter? Yeah? And your future spouse here wants to tell you that this is the perfect time for you to love yourself. This is the perfect time for you to change whatever doesn't serve you, to leave out your old habits that are of no good, and to actually work towards yourself and bring that perfect balance that is needed for you to operate to the best of your potential. And there's a cute message that your future spouse wants to give you, and that is that there are some things which they are not going to like about you, and they would expect you to change that, okay? But they would still want you to remain the same, because it is those little nuances that are actually going to be so irritating yet lovable. Okay, I don't know if I've confused you, but in short, your future spouse is telling you that you have a lot of irritating habits, your quirks, which are not very pleasing to them, but that is what makes you the most beautiful version of you. And I just feel that your future spouse is going to be very, very romantic, pile number 3. They're going to be very romantic. They themselves might be an artist, let me tell you that, because I'm getting this vibe of somebody being very poetic, very romantic, very filmy, and just making you feel as if you're the most beautiful piece of art they've ever seen. And another message that for your future spouse, you are going to be their muse. Let me tell you, yes, you are going to be their muse, and they are going to create a lot of stuff, and you are going to be the inspiration behind that. And that is such a beautiful and such a awe moment. All right, pile number 3. So with this, we come to the end of your reading. If you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya!